Okay, today we're going to talk about proportionality theorems. If a line is parallel to one side of a triangle and intersects the other two sides, then it divides those sides proportionally. That means that this line is parallel to this line, so that means that A is to B as C is to D. Okay? It also means that A is to this whole side as C is to this whole side. C is to F. And by the same token, B is to E, that whole side, as D is to that whole side. Okay? So, let's put that to work. In this case, this makes this easier. We don't have to do 33 plus X anymore. Now we can do 33 is to X as 27 is to 18. Still, the best way to do this is to reduce the fraction that you have, which makes this into 27. That's 3. 9 goes into 27 3 times over 2. So 3, you have to multiply 3 by 30 by 11 to get 33. So then X has to be 2 times 11 is 22. Setting up this one, 4 is to 14, which reduces to 2 over 7 is the same as 6 is, let's do this one differently. There's an easier way to do this one. Let's not be silly. It's a much easier way to do this. If this is 14, then this little piece right here has to be 10. 14 minus 4 is 10. So now I can say 4 is to 10 as 6 is, 4 is to 10 and 6 is to X. Okay, 4/10 is 2/5. X. So 2 goes in this 3 times 5 is 15. So X is 15. Now, we're looking for X on this case. There's a couple different ways we could do this one. We could go 12 is to the whole thing, which is 16, as X is to the whole thing, which is 20. Again, this reduces, so let's go ahead and make this a simpler thing right here. 12, 3 over 4, reduce both of them by 4, is equal to X over 20. Now, you're going to multiply 4 by 5 to get 20. So you multiply 3 by 5 and you get 15. All right. 6 is to 4. I don't know, 6 is to 10, right? Yeah, this one 6 is to 10. As X is to 20. Ratio here is 3 over 5. X over 20. So 5 goes into 24 times. 4 times 3 is 12. All these makes this just a little bit easier. All right. The same thing is true if you have parallel lines. If parallel lines intersect two transversals, then the segments intercepted are proportional also. So that means we can conclude that x is to y as w is to z, just like in the triangles. Put that to work, we'd say that 15 is to 10 as x is to 14. Reduce this, make these numbers nicer again. 5 goes into this 3 times and this 2 times. X over 14. 2 goes into 14 7 times. 7 times 3 is x is equal to 21. Next problem. Same thing, we want to find, given that AB, the whole thing, is 50. Okay, so we'll say x is to 50. All right, so if we look at x is to 50, then this whole thing is 8 and 12 are 20, 30. So we would say that 8 is to 30, 8 is to this whole thing as x is to this whole thing. All right, so then we would, let's see, 8 over 30, that reduces by 2 anyway. 4 over 15, x over 50, all right? So then we would go ahead and cross multiply in this case because it's nothing, but 15 doesn't go into 50, so we'll go ahead and go, or evenly anyway. So we'll say 15x is equal to 200 divided by 15. Over 3. Okay. Looking at this one. This angle bisector theorem says if a ray bisects an angle of a triangle, then it divides the opposite side into proportional parts. So that means that AB, what happens is this part right here goes with this side, and this part right here goes with this side. So we would say that AD is to AB as CD is to BC. CB. Okay, so this side is to this side as this side is to this side. Okay. Let's put that to work. Again, same thing. We know this whole thing is 42. 42 minus 18. $24. So this side's 24. So my proportion is going to be this. X is to 24 as 27 is to 18. Again, I'm going to reduce this, make these numbers better. This would be 9 goes into 27 3 times over 2 equals x over 24. 2 goes into 24 12 times. 12 times 3 is 36. All right. Next problem. Uh-oh, this one's going to be a little more work. Looks like a little more x's and less numbers. Okay, but we still have the same proportionality. I would say that 7x is to 10x minus 4 as 5x is to 6x. Okay, cross multiply. 42x squared equals 5x times 10x would be 50x squared. Minus 20x. Okay. Let's put all the things on one side, set it equal to 0. So if we subtract 42x from 50x squared, then we have 8x squared minus 20x, okay, equals 0. Factor out 4x. Times 2x minus 5. Okay. So either 4x equals 0, which means x equals 0, which we know it doesn't, or 2x minus 5 equals 0. And we would say that 2x equals 5 and x equals 5 over 2. Okay. This one, maybe not quite as much work. We have 10 is to x, it's this side, and this other side is going to be 15 minus x, as 20 is to 15 minus x. So then we would go ahead and cross multiply. We'd say that 20x equals 150 minus 10x. The x is on one side, 30x equals 150, divide by 30, so x equals 5. That was pretty easy. Just have to remember that this side is equal to 15 minus x. All right. So that's how you do that. There's a worksheet that I'm going to give you. It has to do with all of these types of problems. Good luck on it. Work hard.